Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. It's Meg from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I have started this video 16 times. Okay, maybe not that many, but close to it. I'm having trouble with the internet, so I apologize for that. But I have a card I already pulled for you, and then we will continue on with the reading as best we can here. So this, I did channel a message for you. I'm going to get to that in just a second, but if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hitting up that thumbs up button to say thank you to me for my time. I'd really appreciate it. And then also it helps connect our energy, especially if you leave me a comment, even if it's just an emoji. I write your name down because then I have it, and I put in my little book of names so that when I am channeling messages, I am channeling into your energy, and you're more likely to get one that resonates for you. And so this week, the energy is much easier, but your message was interesting. It was a washing machine that was in the agitation cycle. So it's agitating, stirring things up. And then there was this thump, 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 thump that happens when it gets off balance. And so you lifted the lid, you readjusted the load, you closed the load, and it went back into the agitation cycle, but it stopped thumping, and then it started cycling through the next cycle, the rinse cycle or the drain cycle, whatever that is. And so it was about having to readjust to find balance. It was about the natural cycles of things. As things shift and change, we have to make some adjustments at time. Sometimes we have to release some things, lighten our load a little bit, or redistribute the load so that we can make it work. And so they might find that this week that there are some kinds of some cycles where you just need to make some adjustments so you can get things going in the direction that you would really like it to go in. And so we start off on Monday with your ruling planet of Mercury moving into Taurus. And so that brings that energy down. It slows it down out of Aries, where it was super fast, super high charged of communication. Now this is an opportunity to really check in with yourself, to communicate with yourself about how you feel about what is of value to you, your self-worth, your self-esteem, financial values, things like that, all the value system things. And so the moon is going to move into Cancer that same day. So it really is about, the self-care, the nourishing of yourself, the loving yourself, and what can you do to increase the flow of abundance to yourself. And so I have a cat hair in my mouth. I'm so sorry. So how do you communicate these things to yourself? How do you nourish yourself? How do you take care of yourself? And so the card that came out for you was replacing what was lost. And so I feel like it's a redistribution of assets, or a redistribution of values, or a redistribution of what was going on in your life. It says you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate an abundance is on the horizon. Yay for that. And so this week, I really feel like the overall mantra for everyone for this week is, I am prosperity. I am abundance. And for you, I am joy-filled, I heard. Okay, so it's about discerning where the path is, where it is that we're going, where are we taking ourselves, what are we looking for. And so on Wednesday, when that moon moves into Leo, it's at 9:06 p.m. And so when the moon is in Leo, it shines the light on ourselves, right? It's about what's inside of us, right? Because the moon is the nighttime, it's the inside light, but it is about us and how we feel about the situation and the structures. Everything's being changed and shifted, right, in our lives. And so it's an opportunity to look at where the boundaries are, where the structures are, and where are your desires for freedom? Where do you want to make change? What do you want to do going forward? What is next? I am so sorry about the glitchy. Whew. All right, so let's get you a card on that. Also on Thursday, while that moon is in Leo, Taurus Gemini is going to come into conjunction with Uranus and Taurus. And so there could be a breakthrough in communication. Something that has been stalled might suddenly get some information on. Things might pick up, start moving forward. You know, this is a time of assessing. It is a time of gathering information. It is about what the competition is out there, and also the competition with yourself, and discerning what it is that you want, where you want to go. And you have, I graciously accept the infinite love of the universe. This week has a lot of the self-care, self-nurturing energy about it, and about assessing where it is that you want to go. If you did not take the opportunity to plant your seeds of intention, it is not too late. Taurus has such fertile soil to plant seeds of intention in. And actually, it's never the wrong time to plant a seed of intention, but when you learn to work with the cycles, you can increase that power. Right now, it's very fertile soil, very fertile ground. So what are you grateful for? And what would you like to create? And when you say in a very broad terms, like I am prosperity, I am abundance, you're opening the door to the universe having more room to work to bring you what it is that you want, that sense of the prosperity, the sense of abundance. The more specific you are, the longer it takes, number one, because things have to fall into place. And it's not that it's impossible, but it takes longer. And it might block or stall. It might stall the situation for a lot longer. It might actually block, though, a better opportunity from coming to you. And so the least specific you can be, the more generalized you can be, the more open to the synchronicities that come into your life. And I feel like this is a month of synchronicity. I feel like there's a lot of really positive energy happening this month, especially coming into May, that it's just lightening up a little bit. Things are going to be moving in a gentler pathway from now until September. And so taking advantage of this opportunity and really working with it is in everybody's best interest. And so the moon is going to move. Friday's a pretty good day to start getting some stuff done, but Saturday has a lot of high energy to it for that. Also, Saturday is about creating order out of chaos. That moon is going to move into Virgo. Virgo likes things to be organized. This card is represented by this card. This day is represented by the card that says fear. But what it really looks like is she's wrangling. It kind of looks like she's herding cats, right? Trying to create order out of chaos. It says kangaroo, be a force for good. So yes, create safe boundaries for yourself. Create stability for yourself, especially on Sunday. Maybe put a little time aside for yourself because Venus is in Gemini. And she's going to come into a square with Neptune over there in Pisces. And it's going to be a little foggy, a little murky, a little thoughts might be, scattered. And so creating a space for yourself to go ahead and have that and do the thinking and kind of feel into that will be good. It's a little harder for Gemini, but give it a shot. But being this force for good in your life, being a force for good in general, accepting and appreciating with grace the changes that are happening and they're occurring and the adjustments that need to be made, but understanding that you can find your balance and that there seems to be some really good things coming up on the horizon. The sun is going to be moving shortly, into your sign, and so then the spotlight's really going to be on you. The North Node is getting ready to move into your sign, and so the next 18 months has lots of changes and opportunities ahead for you. And if you can look forward to it and expect the abundance and the prosperity to come to you, you can help to manage this energy in a way that is very positive for you. Look at this beautiful springtime picture. Isn't that gorgeous? It says the great thing about material things, those you have and those you don't, is that they never lie about what you've been thinking about. Your thoughts become things. Your thoughts become things. So focusing on what it is that you want to create, and keeping it general enough to allow the universe to have more room to maneuver to bring in the abundance. And also when I see this grace card, I really want to encourage you to incorporate prayer into your daily life. Having a strong prayer life opens up the doors also because it's gratitude and it's also asking for help. And so that's how you can bring in this abundance. I love that these colors are so similar, right? There's good things on the horizon for you. All right, I will be back on Thursday with the mid-month. I upload videos on Mondays and Thursdays. I did upload 2 weeks ago the monthlies. If you haven't seen them, I will put yours and a link for yours in the description box below. And I also created a pick a card for healing and hope, if that's something that is of interest for you. And I will link that below too. You take care. Have a really great week, and I will see you back on Thursday.